240 women are murdered every year in Afghanistan. 565 women are murdered every year in Iran. 4,000 women are murdered in Pakistan. Actually, between the years 1997 and 2004, these 4,000 women were murdered. I'm not just talking about women dying, they are being killed. Well, let's think about it. These statistics aren't actually, they're more like an underestimation of the actual frequency of murders that happens, well, because they're not well documented. But when you think about these women dying, being killed, why do you think it's that? It's actually in the name of honor, pride, dignity. Not only hers, but her father's, her uncles, her brothers, whatever man in the family, for that image in the community, yeah? Well, moving on from honor crime to female genital mutilation. For those of you who aren't familiar with genital mutilation, it is genital cutting. Some people choose to call it, female circumcision to sugarcoat it, make it sound nicer, but can you not? Because female genital mutilation is the absolute manipulation of the female outer genitalia to make sure that her vaginal opening does not welcome penile penetration. And it is actually so common around the world that the World Health Organization has actually stated that there are 4 different types of mutilation. So, the first type. We cut off the clitoris. What is the clitoris, you may ask? It is the most sensitive part of a woman's body. It actually has 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as the penis. The evolutionary equivalent of the clitoris in the male is the glans of the penis, and it has other functions, such as the urethra, where they urinate from. But in the woman, its sole purpose is female sexual pleasure. But in the first type, they just cut it out. In the second type of mutilation, we cut out the clitoris and the inner lips of the vagina, the labia minora. In the third type, it's called infibulation, and that is where you try to narrow down the vaginal orifice just to make sure that doesn't fit, or you form a seal. You gotta form a seal in the vagina. Not that we need it for anything else, menstruation every month. How else is the blood gonna go out? Fourth type, flaunt your skills. You can scrape it, pierce it. She's either 5 or 15 or in between, and it is non-consensual anyway, so do whatever the hell you want with that. You can attach different parts of it. Feel free. It is like this girl is a commodity, a product that has to be passed upon from her first owner, the father, to the second owner, the husband, or the client. And because high quality service, so we have to make sure that she's untouched. Can't use a used product in the market. And if it is used, manipulated, modified, we throw it out of the market, and that makes their killing justifiable. You have to make sure that you manipulate the vagina in order to make sure that she does not engage in sex before marriage, or that if she does, it is a painful experience and we're good. Why? Why is the world so fixated on the vagina? In the Bible, in film, in literature, the female body has always been a vessel to sin. Women aren't allowed to think about sex, to express sexuality, let alone engage in sexual intercourse. A lot of women abstain from sexual intercourse before marriage, all respect to them. A lot of women choose to not have sex their whole lives in order to honor the relationship with God, all respect to them, but we also have to respect the choice of other women as well. And I have to clarify one thing. The virginity concept, abstaining from sex, has nothing to do with whatever it is that you think is between that woman's legs, the hymen. Because we can't judge a woman based on that if we don't even know enough about it. Some girls don't even have that. Oh well, what is the hymen? I think as a medical student, I have studied my anatomy enough to tell you that the hymen is more like a donut. It has a hole. I hate to break it to you, pun intended, but it has a hole. And, actually, it might have different holes around it. And sometimes some fringes, in the middle. I mean, it comes in different shapes and sizes and states in different women. And there's another thing that I'd like to clarify, actually two things. Some misconceptions about this hymen. I mean, some men pride themselves that, she's going through pain, I broke her hymen. Nuh-uh. No. What actually happens is that the hymen has no nerve endings. So you can't feel pain if it's breaking or sustaining any damage. What is actually going on when she's going through pain is that her vaginal opening, the canal, is not well dilated. Because there's some things that you have to do before sexual intercourse to put her in the mood. So if she's not in the mood, if it's non-consensual sexual assault, or if she's just not wanting it, then, it's not going to be open, you're just going to make her feel pain. But when you do what you have to do before that, the brain is going to transmit those nervous signals to the muscles. They're going to relax. The canal will dilate, and welcome. Another thing I'd like to clarify is staining the bed sheets. In fact, I don't know if you know that, half of you will bleed and half of you will not bleed on your first time. It's like flipping a coin. You'll either bleed or not bleed. Oh well. So it's like, if you are going to judge a woman based on whether she stains the bed sheets or not, and actually kill her if she doesn't, and that has happened, and we all know that, it's documented, look it up. It's like you're flipping a coin to see if she's going to die or live. What do you think about that? There's actually another thing that I'd like to talk about, the virginity test, which is the examination of the hymen, the state of the hymen, whether it's sustained any damage. And it's basically a procedure where a gynecologist comes in, he opens your legs, either visually or invasively examining the state of your hymen. And there was a study, actually, that was done on 36 pregnant women. Emphasis on pregnant. And the gynecologists came in, too, and he checked their hymens, and the result of that test was that 34 were virgins and 2 were not virgins, according to the state of that hymen. What does that tell you about the reliability of the virginity test that is being used in job applications in Algeria and Morocco? And we're in 2019, and people are still invading the woman's privacy. The World Health Organization, UN Women, and UN Human Rights Council have all stated that the virginity test is unreliable, unethical, a form of violence against women, an invasion of women's privacy, and must therefore be banned, and they're working on that. We're scaring our little girls. Really are. You're teaching that girl that your worth, that your pride, your dignity, not only yours but your father's, is all between those 2 legs of yours. Why? Those girls are afraid of riding bikes to not break the hymen. They're afraid of exercising to not break that hymen. Because once it's gone, that's your worth. It's down there. Your father is down there too. Girls are undergoing hymenoplasties. A hymenoplasty is a surgical procedure that reestablishes the hymen to fake virginity. They're going to have all the sex they want, but because you guys think that way, the community, she has to reestablish that hymen. And that is the main problem. If you go online, here's a picture, you can find an artificial hymen you can put in the vagina with fake virgin blood. The patriarchy is working hard, but China's working much harder. So let's talk about female sexuality. Let us not judge a woman based on what she chooses to do with her body, something totally instinctive and natural. If you want to know if a girl is a virgin or not that is any of your business. All you have to do is ask her. And this vagina that you have been shaming your whole life is the reason you're all here today, and thank you for coming to my TEDx talk.